Hello, YouTube. This Blackwargreymon deck is probably the best deck in the BT11 format. I think undisputed. Your deck either has to be this deck, or it has to be a deck that can beat this deck. This deck you'll see at nationals everywhere, so you might as well just get a jump start on it now, start playtesting. And this is a good starting place for the deck. This is not my finalized version yet. This is just what I'm on right now, and it's working well. Like, it's a good deck for a reason. So we're going to jump right into it. If you guys like the content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn that notification on the smash potatoes. That way you know when all these amazing Digimon videos go live. And don't forget, this is indeed a meta deck. So starting with the babies, we play 5 babies. The same babies as the EX3. We play the 4 Corals for the draw and the 1 Coromon for the 1000. The 1000 can come up sometimes, but the draw power is really needed. You need to be able to get yourself and draw out of the early game. And if you can do that, and if you're more consistent than your opponent, odds are you're doing really well. So we do play the 5 eggs for that reason. I do prefer the 4 draw. I have tried the other way around, but I found that I was bricking a little more often, and then I switched it back up, and it was fine. So yeah, draw eggs, good stuff. This egg's fine too. We'll move on to the rookies. We're playing red-based rookies. We're doing 4 promo Agumon for the plus 2000 inheritable. We're doing 4 Agu X because you reveal top 3 out of Greymon or Omnimon and x-antibody. For the first time in a while, the x-antibody is actually really important, like the option. So we need to have ways to get it. So the Agumon X's, if it wasn't mandatory before, definitely is now. We play 2 copies of Black Agumon on play real top 4. Add a Dragonkin and a Greymon. I play this one, and I play one of this Agumon, reveal top 3 for Greymon and Omnimon. I play more of this one because I want the extra thinning and potentially the extra card. I want to have the card advantage, and the extra card you reveal does matter sometimes. And you don't usually need Omnimons. This Agumon is really good to hard play if you're like, you know, if you have stuff established already, if you have cards in hand. This one helps you dig a little bit deeper for multiple pieces. And I've thought about altogether dropping this one for a 3rd one, but I like having the access to Omnimon sometimes it comes up. That's it for rookies. There are 11 rookies. Some of you might think that this is low, but the deck space is super tight, and it's kind of consistent enough. If you find that the rookie count isn't enough for you, you can bump it up to 12 or like 13. Like you do fine. Champions. 4 copies of the new best champion, Greymon x-antibody. This card's broken. This card's just straight up a disgusting champion. Vols for 0 on a Greymon, otherwise costs 3. It makes your multicolored evolution ultimate cost 2 less. That's broken. And then all turns inheritable. If you have an x-antibody, the option, this card, this option card, in the sources, you can bottom deck the source to prevent it from basically being removed from the field, particularly return to hand or deck, if it would delete it, or return from hand to deck. So, gives you protection, which is incredibly strong. A different kind of protection with an incredible effect on its body. The card's broken. We play 4 copies of the Blackwargreymon inheritable because we want to be blocker. That easy. Having a big black stack that's blocker is very strong. Now, we do play 1 copy of this Greymon, the starter deck +1 security Greymon. I've been alternating between this and the BT5 one. Right now, I'm on this one because it is an extra security check. And I found that the 1 cost evolution on the BT5 Greymon doesn't come up too often. But the security can come up sometimes. It gets you perfect security numbers, and it helps you extra grind against the mirror match. It's kind of a good card. The final champion is 1 copy of the OG Greymon x-antibody. Because this card still comes up. The strip 2 sources the same level to prevent a bounce or a deletion. That still comes up too. And believe it or not, you don't always see this Greymon X, so having a 5th Greymon X is actually okay. Not a big deal at all. So that's it. 10 champions. I think these 4 are these 8 are mandatory, but these 2 could definitely are flex spots. You can play whatever you want. If you want to take these and play 2 BT5 Greymons, you're probably fine, to be honest. Okay. Next, we're playing 4 copies of BT8 Metal Greymon because this card's broken. In this deck, it consistently costs 2 because of this Greymon. It's just broken. The Digivolve, Papa 3000, Inheritable, Judgmental Blade. Card's card's really good. We play 4 copies of the new Metal Grey x-antibody. This one in particular is, in my opinion, better, and it's more of a control-based one. So it costs 4 to evolve, or just 1 on a Metal Gray. When Digivolving, you can make it immune to DP reducing and de-Digivolving, which is good. And then if you evolve it on Metal Gray or x-antibody in the sources, pop a 6,000 when you evolve. 6,000 or less, not bad at all. The inheritable is what really shines, though. When the Digimon comes unsuspended, if it has Greymon on the name, which it always will, you burn a security for free. Burning security for free is really good, because there are ignorant options in this game, like Hades Force, and also x-antibody, and you know, it can be annoying. Also denies your opponent Tamers, like Cool Boy. So this is incredible. Gotta play 4 copies of it. The last ultimate in this deck is 1 copy of Metal Greymon Alterius Mode. I'm still sold on this card. I still think this card is really good. It costs 3 or 0 on a Metal Greymon, one of the BT8 ones. If you have a Tamer when you evolve it, you pop at 5,000 or less. But it's there because it gives you that original Greymon X inheritable, which is sorely lacking because of the new Greymon X. But imagine a stack where you have the new Greymon X and you have this. Your opponent is not dealing with your stack. They are not. They are not dealing with it. It's a solitaire, big, ignorant stack. So I like the 1 copy of this. It comes in a clutch sometimes. It's really good. That's it for the ultimates. We move on to Megas next. We're playing 3 copies of OG Black War Grey, BT8 multicolor, pop your Tamers, pop your Digimon. When you delete Digimon, unsuspend once per turn. Card's incredible. You need, I think, 3 in my opinion, because you want to be able to evolve your X-antibody Black War Greys on this card. Speaking of such, I'm currently on 2 of this one. 2 of the new Blackwargreymon X-antibody. Evolves for 2, otherwise evolves for 5. Has reboot, has opponent's turn, you can redirect to the Digimon. If the highest Digimon DP attacks you, you can redirect to this card, which is crazy. And then, as well, when this card becomes unsuspended, if you have Black War Grey or X-antibody in the traits, you delete one of your opponent's Digimon. The lowest play cost. Very, very good card. So you can imagine how when you reboot with this stack, you burn a security, pop a Digimon. It's just really ignorant. There's not a whole lot you can do to interact with that. You have to get rid of the stack as soon as possible. So you're dealing like 2 damage a turn, one of them being free because of that. It's just, it builds up so much pressure on 13k body with reboot. It's just, it has blocker too, usually because of level 5 champion, so it's good. We're on 2 copies of Gaomon. This card is still really good because of the security +1, the reboot, of course, and the Blitz and the Digivolve. I'll tell you, this card's pretty great. Also works with this Metal Greymon X-antibody, so that's pretty cool as well. That's it for the level 6s. We play 7. 7 is more than enough, in my opinion. Next, we play 2 Omnimons. We play Blitz Omni, because Blitz Omni is broken, and we play 1 copy of the OG Omni X-antibody. The reason for this card in particular is because it helps your Grandis matchup. I would argue that Grandis is probably your toughest matchup, besides the mirror match. And if you can just negate their attacks, well, Grandis isn't doing anything to you. So having the X-antibody here is really, really good. And also just pop something when you attack. It's fine. It's good. And then Blitz Omni is there and also has protection. Omnimon is broken. Good stuff. Next, we're on to the options. We're playing 5 options. We are playing 3 copies of the most disgusting option card printed ever. Besides maybe Holy Flame. It's 3 copies of Hades Force. This card's a fucking joke, and I don't understand why it exists. I don't understand how this card passed the logic check. This card, first of all, costs 2 less if you have X-antibody in the source. So it's 5. It's 5 cost. And then you choose any number of opponent's Digimon or Tamers. Okay? Equal to the play cost of one of your Digimon with Greymon in the name. Like this, for instance. You pop them. And then it lets you swing. This card, I hate this card. You have to play this card, though. It is the first widespread Tamer hate we have. It's also just widespread Digimon hate that lets you attack. And in security, it's an iron-fisted onslaught. What is wrong with this? And it costs 5 to pop 13k worth of stuff usually. This card is just really stupid. People in chat are putting all limited cards. Those are obviously really good. But in terms of cards that are at 4 copies, this card's gross. And we're playing 2 copies of X-antibody because you need some X-antibodies in this deck. Some people play 3. I will say I've tried 3. 3 is kind of bricky though. I like having 2. You cycle them back anyway with Greymon X, and that's it. You need it for the protection. You really do, and for the attacking swing. Very, very, very important card to have. Then we just have 6 Tamers. We play 4 Cool Boys, because Cool Boy is absolutely broken in this deck. We play 2 copies of Yuya. It's a new memory tamer. That's start of turn, say turn member 3. Your turn. If you evolve into a Greymon card, suspend this against 2000 DP. If it's a same level Greymon card, it's immune to option cards. Because why not? Because why not? Why not? Why not? So, I don't know. That's really all I have for this deck profile. This is the best deck of the format, Blackwargreymon. You need to be prepared, otherwise you're just going to get destroyed if you don't know what you're doing. That's it. Have a nice day. Bye.